Quantum computing stocks have gotten a lot of attention in 2024, especially in the last couple of weeks. Some of these stocks are up a tremendous amount in just a short period of time. Now, in the last couple of days, we've got some positive news coming out of, well, an expected corner, Amazon AWS. So we're going to talk about that. And this will also be my first look at a couple of these quantum computing stocks. Now, I'll already be very, very straightforward with you. The recent rise in share price of a lot of these companies does not make any sense at all. It's a lot of chasing, a lot of FOMO. Yes, quantum computing is something that we've known about for a long, long time. Most of the big tech companies are working on quantum computing as well. Intel, IBM, these types of companies have been working on that for a long period of time. Now, yes, these small players could be very successful in the future. There's one or two names in that list where I think that, okay, this is a company where I would say makes a bit more sense than the other two. One of the others was actually a beverage company before they just changed the name to become a quantum computing one. Yeah, okay, they also changed the business, but it already goes to show you how ridiculous these things are. Now, just because we are talking about quantum computing and just because quantum computing has suddenly come into the spotlight does not mean that these investments make sense. Yes, in the short run, a lot of folks are making a lot of money in these stocks because these things are up triple digits and more in the last couple of weeks. So that's great. We've seen that with space stocks as well, right? Just because this touches space, that touches one aspect of space does not make it a good investment for the long run, especially not at today's prices. Of course, if you bought it a couple of weeks, couple of months before, then yeah, that would have made more sense. And even then, maybe not that much. But okay. And no, me personally, I have no positions in these stocks. It's quite interesting to see how these things develop. So we'll have a look at that in a non-biased way. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe. If not, we really appreciate that. And of course, share your thoughts and comments on these companies down in the comment section below. If you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment with the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Thank you very much. Now, I want to start off with company number one, a quick overview here of, well, the company, and then we're going to dive a little bit deeper further in this video. But let's first start with the most famous name, I would say, ionq, same ticker symbol. This is a company that is up 150% or so year to date. But in the last 3 months, this company is up over 300%. Has a market cap of $6.68 billion. Now, the problem with these things is this. If we look at EV to sales, we're of course not going to talk about PE because there is no E here, but looking at EV to sales in the next 12 months, 93.1 times. I mean, that's very, very expensive. Yes, it's a company that's expected to grow sales quite quickly in the next coming fiscal years. But still, you're talking here about a company with a market cap of $6.68 billion. And it's generating $41.5 million in revenue in fiscal 2024. Yes, it will double in fiscal 2025, but still, no $100 million. Then in fiscal 2026, okay, then you're already at $147.8 million. But even then, you're already today at $6.68 billion in market cap. This is already paying a very, very expensive price for this stock, even if you think this can become a huge success, because the huge success is already quite baked in that $6.68 billion, since, well, it's expected to generate $150 million in fiscal 2026. And until then, a lot of things can change. Now, you might say, okay, but look at the short interest, 19.5%. Might be also a reason why this stock has gone up quite a lot more recently. Yes, I agree. Switching to company number two, that's Rigetti Computing, that has a market cap of $528.8 million today. Well, today, on Monday, this stock was up 58%. As you can see, year to date, this stock is also up close to 180%. In the last, let's say, I don't know, a month or so, it's up 129%. So yeah, crazy increase in stock price just in the last couple of weeks. Here as well, not that cheap at all, actually very expensive. EV to sales in the next 12 months, 33.4 times. This is a market cap of $528.8 million, while revenue for the year is only $11 million. Then for next year, okay, it's growing fast, 47% year-over-year growth, but again, only $16.21 million, and then growing even faster in fiscal 2026, $37.34 million. I mean, you're already paying quite a big premium for these types of companies, and the story will continue with the next two. And here as well, short interest is quite high, 13.4%. Up next, we have D-Wave Quantum that has a market cap of $647.4 million. Year to date, it's up 228.3%. In the last month, it's up 153.5%. Here as well, EV to sales, next 12 months, 55.6 times. Like I said, market cap $647.4 million. Revenue for the year, $8.76 million. Then growing fast, 69% year over year to $14.81 million, and then growing even faster in fiscal year 2026, 153% year over year growth to $37.52 million. So again, I repeat, you're paying already for a lot of the future growth. And then company number 3, the most ridiculous one out there, and that's Quantum Computing, the previous beverage company, and they actually did something else as well before that. This one has a market cap of $910.28 million. Year to date, it's up over 740%, and in the last 3 months, alone, this stock is up over 1,000%. I mean, of course, when quantum computing gets a lot of hype and the name of your company is quantum computing, then this is basically the result. A market cap just shy of $1 billion, when this year you do not even generate $1 million, and next year they will generate $1.5 million. If this is not hype and FOMO, then I don't know what is. Now, I know, I might sound extremely negative and you might say, oh, it's just because you missed it and that's all. Yeah, okay, I missed it, but I don't want you to start pouring money into these things and then suddenly we have a correction, because as you've seen, these things don't make much sense at current prices. And then these things eventually, we've seen that before, they will come back down to earth, and then a lot of people will lose money. A lot of folks have been making a lot of money as well. But I don't want to sound like, oh, you're a bear, you're shorting this. I never short a stock. I'm not shorting this stock. I'm just providing information and my opinion. If you think that I'm wrong, then comment down below and explain in simple terms why you think I'm wrong. Now, the Amazon announcement. So on November 22nd, they said the following. They're announcing Quantum Embark Advisory Program for customers new to quantum computing. AWS announces Quantum Embark, a new program aimed at getting customers ready for quantum computing by providing an expert-led approach as they begin their quantum computing journey. With this program, customers can explore the value of quantum computing for their business, understand the pace of development of the technology, and prepare for its impact. And this is the most important part here. Quantum Embark is designed to cut through the hype and focus on actionable outcomes. So if you really want to invest in the long term of quantum computing, keep an eye out on who goes into that program. Now, I do want to go over each and every company and summarize quickly what has happened in the last quarter, and well, here zooming out a little bit. So we can see that ionq total revenues since Q3 2021 have increased by 8,207%. If you look at Rigetti, that one has increased by 42.28%. If we look at the quantum computing one, well, this one is up 1,135%, although we have to start from Q1 2022, and this is a very, very tiny number. Then looking at D-Wave Quantum, this one has started also a bit later. It was also a SPAC, I believe. So this one's revenue is up 50% since Q4 2021. And then you also get to see the capital expenditures. We can see that for a short period of time, Rigetti here was, well, much higher than the rest. And now more recently, it's ionq with more capex, but clearly ionq revenue-wise, they have been growing for the last couple of quarters. As for total shares outstanding, comes at no surprise that most of them are diluting shareholders quite heavily, especially in the last couple of years. And here you can see the big jump. This is from a D-Wave, the green bar here. This is when they basically went public through a SPAC. And so now let's talk a little bit about each and every company. So we've got ionq, the technology that they use, trapped ion. It utilizes naturally occurring atomic ions as qubits, offering potential advantages in performance and scalability. The focus is on hardware development, so builds and manufactures quantum computers. As for Rigetti Computing, their technology is superconducting qubits that relies on specialized materials cooled to near absolute zero to maintain quantum states. Their focus, also hardware development, they develop superconducting quantum processors. If we switch to quantum computing, technology there is software solutions. They specialize in software platforms that make quantum computing accessible to users. The focus is, of course, on software development, provides tools and applications that bridge the gap between businesses and quantum computing. Good luck competing with AWS. Now, quantum computing, this is basically what has happened before. So originally started as an online inkjet cartridge seller in 2001, transitioned into a beverage distributor in 2007 under the name Innovative Beverage Group Holding Inc. Then the beverage business folded in 2017, was acquired to gain a stock market listing, and then rebranded as Quantum Computing Inc., focusing on quantum computing software and technology. So yeah, I'm keeping my distance from this one. And then the last one here is D-Wave Quantum Inc. So the technology there utilizes a different approach than ionq and Rigetti, focusing on solving specific optimization problems. The focus here is on specialized hardware. They develop quantum computers designed for particular types of calculations. Now, of course, these are super short summaries. If you would like individual videos, let me know down in the comment section below. Now let's look at each and every one's quarterly figures. So we'll start with ionq. Here we can see that revenue has increased 102% year over year. Total operating expenses up 35.5% year over year. Net loss has also increased by 17.1%, and shares outstanding is up 5.3% year over year. But clearly, this is probably one of the better plays out there. With regards to Rigetti, revenue has actually decreased 23.42% year over year, and cost of revenue is up year over year. Total operating expenses is actually down 2.89% year over year, decrease in both R&D and SG&A. We can also see that net loss is better, that's down 33.23%, and here shares outstanding have actually increased by 40.7%. Moving on to quantum computing, revenue there is up 102% year over year. Cost of revenue is up, well, significantly more than that. Total operating expenses is down 17.9%. Net loss is also down 17%, which is a good thing. Shares outstanding have increased 32.7%. And the last one here is D-Wave. So here revenue also is down 27% year over year, but cost of revenue is also down, so at least there is that. Total operating expenses is up 8.7% year over year. Net loss increased 40% year over year, and shares outstanding is up 51%. So although the topic of quantum computing looks incredibly interesting, from an investments perspective, I think there are better plays out there, safer plays as well. As I mentioned at the start, IBM, Intel. If you want, AWS is probably also in the game, and probably every other big tech company out there has something with quantum computing. But of course, if you want these smaller plays with the higher upside, but definitely more risks, then yeah, maybe some of these players out there are the way to go. Me personally, if I were to pick one, although I'm not buying the shares at these prices, it's probably going to be ionq. That's my short conclusion from the recent, well, research that I did on these companies. Now, it might not be the sexiest name out there, right? It's not going up 1,000% or something like that. It might actually be down when I'm making this video, while the others are up quite a lot. But the market right now doesn't really make that much sense. So yeah, overall, that's it. That's all I wanted to say in this video. So if you enjoy this type of videos, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below if you agree or disagree. Let me know what you hold as well in your portfolio, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.